There's a good thing. It's rotating.
What was in the skies and why did it downward was treasured sites in Christianity?
All right. Welcome to GUFON, everybody. It is Wednesday, March 30th, 2022. How the heck are you? Hope you're doing well. It's right in the middle of the week, going into Thursday, so you made it over the hump day. And here we are. Well, glad you made it. Have a great show. What's that? Oh, I do it. Okay. All right. So what are we doing? Hubble. Yeah, Hubble breaks an incredible record. We're going to have the conversation right now. They found the farthest star ever. Now we don't have a show anymore. What else do we talk about tonight? Actually, I want to talk about the dangers of being... Anybody want to guess? Anybody want to guess? The dangers of being a... comedian in ufology. That's right. Not only can you not have an opinion, but you could now get slapped for it. Can you believe what's going on with these? I mean, Will Smith, I think I talked about this with Third Phase of Moon, created a, what do they call that? Whenever everything changes at the same time? Something effect. They created a well, whatever that is. Parathine? No, wait. A Parthenian? What is it called? They created a paradigm shift. I figured it out. That was through the process of elimination right here. Yeah. Will Smith smacks like, oh, don't now. That's sexist, Dan. Dan, come on. That's sexist, my friend. Don Mofo with the $1 super chat. He gets the first one in today. You can help support the show with these things and super chat the hell out of this thing. PayPal, Cash App, and whatever else is the links are in the description. I don't know, buy me a nose. Not a nose, a nose. Thanks, Don. Hey, Don Mofo, you get one of these because you're the first of the night. Thank you, Don Mofo, for the $1 super chat, non-super chat, emoji, no emoji, super dome. Mucho gusto, generoso. The first. It's a good guy, this mofo. You're a good guy. You're a mofo, you know that? Nobody beats a mofo. By the way, in case I forget, welcome to the show. Roll call. Hey, Shinjoji, welcome to the show with the $5 super chat. No emoji, no message, nothing to say. It's literally the perfect way to donate. It goes through the system real quick. You blow, I catch, and then I taste it. And then when I get it, it's all walnut. Shinjoji coming through with walnut. A continuing supporter of GUFON, just like Don Mofo. Welcome to the show. The Gorilla Gamer, welcome to the show. Paula Faust, welcome to the show. Oh, sorry, Gorilla Gamer member, Gorilla Gamer. Lee Guy, the Baconator, welcome to the show. Felicia the Beautiful Flores, welcome to the show. Member Brian Kegler is in the house, welcome to the show. Lisa M. Oh, wow, look at your hair. Welcome to the show. No words. Tic-tac-toe, welcome to the show. Into Thin Air, what is up? Welcome to the show, bro. Good to see you. Member Mike Johnson. Member Mike Johnson, please come to the emergency room. There's a UFO waiting for you. Welcome to the show. Jerry Lahane, welcome to the show. I hope I said it right, because that could go either way. Frankie B with 2 I's and 1 E, welcome to the show, Frankie B. Member Dorothy Hawkins, a good friend of the show. Welcome, welcome. Love to see ya. Love to have ya. Member Rebecca Wiles is here. Welcome to the show. Coraline, welcome to the show. Wes H, welcome to the show. Crystal Cerasali, Brian McAllister. Louis Ferraro, not Ferrigno, welcome to the show. Go. Member Aussie Tiger, welcome to the show. Dan Jackson, welcome to the show. Hey, member DB Cooper, welcome to the show. Brent Thompson made it, welcome to the show. Member Black Lotus Productions, what's up, fellas? Welcome to the show. Member Denbub, welcome to the show. Member Sky Allen, welcome to the show. And welcome to the show. We're good, right? Well, we went quick. I didn't stop and chit-chat. So, Denbob with a $13 super chat. That's $14 super chat. We'll get to the show. Yeah, we're going to... Who is that guy? I see you. Hold on. Dark Sky Files, what's up? And member Fernambulax, welcome to the show. Moonlicht, welcome to the show. I can't forget those people. How'd you sneak by me? Walt Cobbin, welcome to the show. World in Chaos 76. I know, I like to say hi to everybody. Denbub with the perfect, member Denbub, perfect. No super chat, no emoji. Oh, man, I'm getting really good at this. Chicken soup. You sent me chicken soup. Put that in there with that. That is not a dessert. Thank you very much. And you know what that means? This is a weird start. Is this the show? I can't do this anymore. You realize that, right? I mean, this just doesn't make sense in the grand scheme of things. Neither does this. Denbob with a Canadian $14 super chat. Gush. Mucho gusto, generoso. It literally has nothing to do with anything. What we just did. No, it does. I know it's good to acknowledge the audience. Thanks, Den Bubba, continuing supporter of GUFON. Mucho gusto, generoso. So, and considering this was one of the faster intros, I didn't even dibble-dabble that much. I just jumped right into stuff. I'm trying to minimize the stuff that doesn't really fit. But then, would I be me if I did that? And I don't know if I can do it any differently. People tell me don't change, keep it the same way. Maybe fine tune things, and that's what I'm doing. We're fine tuning, always trying to make this show a little more what was I going to say? I was going to say convenient, but it's right here in front of you. Yeah, this is when I need to see somebody. Maybe they're all right about me. But I do want to talk about and I wasn't planning on it. It's just before the show, I was watching a video, and it was Louder with Crowder, and they were talking about the Will Smith incident, and then, where he slapped Chris Rock. And then they started talking about how people are taking this to another level, and, Will Smith got a standing ovation, and he did what he did to Chris Rock, and Now, people are siding with Will Smith, and this is what it's gotten to. Words can actually justify somebody attacking you now, because that's what one half of this world is kind of going on right now. You can push somebody to the limit, but they're words. Okay? They're words. Just like what I say here in this field, which is why I think I'm going to lead by example tonight. And I didn't make this decision until just before the show, but I'm going to show a sign of good faith here. Some of you know, a year ago, see, the reason I'm bringing this up, because we need to, including me, and I'm not saying I'm changing by any means, but I'm going to do things a little differently, maybe more behind the scenes on certain things, right? So what I mean by that is, a year ago, I split ways with Dave Scott and Spaced Out Radio. And I went on air here, if you want to call it whatever, and I discussed it. And I said why. And some people weren't happy with that. And now, sometime later, I always understand why people don't think it was right with what I did, even though I felt I was wronged. You know what I mean? I should have taken it behind the scenes because Dave was a friend. Was. And, maybe we didn't see eye to eye on things, but we had some sort of working relationship and a friendship. We had friendship for 5 years. I don't regret any of it. But I do felt along the way he changed. And, I voiced my opinion on it. And I changed a little bit, but I'm still going to be me. See, I don't think there's anything wrong with two people having it out on air. The thing is, I most likely should have talked to Dave behind the scenes, but you know why I did what I did? And I'm not justifying it at all. I think I was wrong, and I'm wrong on a lot of things, but you know what? I feel that I have to do what I have to do because people need to know this shit. And if maybe there could have been another way, but I don't know how. I didn't want to be talked into staying friends. I wanted out, and I did what I had to do to get out. And I knew there was no coming back from it because I've been we talked things through before, and I wish I didn't, and I still had the same results. I still felt the same. And it wasn't good for me, but it might have been good for him. But, as you get older, things, you see patterns, and you're always like, every time this happens, this happens. Well, I don't like when this happens. So maybe I'll stop doing the one thing to stop this thing, because there's always a snowball effect. So I did what I did because even though I knew it was wrong, I knew it would make him so mad he would never want to be my friend. Because, look, it's over with. It's done. It's a year ago. I think it's time I just stopped that with Dave. Not talk badly about him. Everybody knows, all right, what I feel. So there's no reason for me to keep going on. But if I see something, same thing with anybody else, that I think the public needs to know about, and it's not personal, because what I did with Dave, that could have been handled personally. But if I see something funny going on, I hear anything that sounds like a lie, a hoax, a scam, I'm saying something, all right? So, but as far as the other stuff, and calling him out and doing that, Dave's not really relevant to what we do here, okay? Even though he's been on the show in the past, what he does is his own thing. He's got his people. We've got ours. Sometimes they cross over. And who knows what may happen a year from now, tomorrow. I don't know. But all I'm saying is for Dave, for the people at Spaced Out Radio, the people here at GUFON, I'll put it all under, sweep it all away, and I definitely just won't haphazardly call you out for anything. I think we should do this, try to show good faith, and maybe, just maybe, we can work together again someday. Because the goal is, and we've seen it, you know what I do here, there's no secret. People don't like me, people like me. I get all sorts of different people telling me all sorts of different things. And it's getting to the point where people are threatening, saying they want to kill me. And look, hey, I'll give them my address, or you want to meet somewhere? Fine, kill me. I mean, you're barking up the wrong tree with that one. I'm not afraid of dying. All right. So it's getting to the point where what I saw Will Smith do the other day, and hearing what Louder with Crowder was talking about today about comedians getting pummeled, people running up on stage and throwing shit at comedians just because they said something. They laughed for 59 minutes straight, but one joke that hit a little too close to home, and they got to go attack the person. Oh, it's funny for everybody else, but when it has to do with you, it's not funny anymore. I mean, that's where we're at right now. And we've seen it with the Fessler group. We've seen it with Darcy. You can't say anything about them, and they cross the line. They're line crossers. Okay? Something I don't do. We've never doxed anybody. We never striked anybody. Matter of fact, we hardly even give a shit about what anything anybody else does. But we'll talk about it here. We talk. But when people try to take your livelihood away by striking your channel because they don't like what you said about them, but it's okay for them to say shit about you, that's a dangerous environment that we have seen the last couple of years. I agree with what they said on Louder with Crowder, because I'll play a couple of clips here in a minute, and you'll see exactly why what's going on is it's out of control. I think in Detroit or Chicago, somewhere after Will Smith did what he did, it had an effect. A paradigm shift took place. There were record numbers of shootings and people getting killed, I think, in Chicago that night or the next day or whatever it was. But that's not a coincidence. People got empowered by Will Smith smacking Chris Rock for literally, and it wasn't even funny, talking about his wife's bald head because she has a little bit of baldness, alopecia. I mean, it's not a disease. It's not a disability. I mean, she shaved her head. She looked like Demi Moore in G.I. Jane back 20-something years ago. And he made a reference to that about her head, and Will Smith lost it. You can't walk up on stage and attack a guy with his hands behind his back. But this is where we are. In this field. It's here. We've witnessed it firsthand. So, I'm not trying to smooth anything over with the UFO community at all. This is just something I'm doing for me and for a working relationship someday with, because there is some sort of, friendship, Third Phase of Moon and Spaced Out Radio, and I introduced Dave to them. And if you know the whole story, Third Phase called in one night when me and Dave were talking about a video of theirs, and then the rest is history. But Dave really did something for this field. Might have been one of the best things I've seen in a long time. I mean, I just can't remember. I'll get to your super chats when I'm done. I appreciate it. I see them. What Dave did was something that nobody else was doing. When he had Lou Elizondo on his show, Third Phase of Moon asked Dave a favor. If he could ask Lou some questions, and one of those questions that he asked Lou, see, the whole thing is Lou had a preparation. They gave Dave questions. Ask all these, you'll do fine. Don't say anything about this, that, or the other thing. I don't know exactly how it went down, but according to other people that have had Lou Elizondo on, this is when I think he just quit or was still, I don't know that, I don't remember when Lou left TTSA exactly. But it was around right after the 180 days or before the 180 days. I think Lou went on Dave's show. But he asked a question that was very risky. Wasn't supposed to ask it. And what we got out of that was, for the first time, we saw a chink in Lou Elizondo's armor. He started saying, calling Dr. Greer terrorist. He's mental issues, and he's ripping people off, and he's a criminal. Meanwhile, look in the mirror. We all know what Lou is. And Dave Scott did that with the question from Third Phase of Moon. And Lou, if you ever remember it, he's like, oh man, that is a really good question, which we found out he says that on every show. But this time, when he said that, he couldn't speak for a second. Unbelievable what Dave did. So, kudos for him and everything that went with that. Although he may never have Lou Elizondo back, it started the snowball effect. And, you can't say anything bad about that. Because it did start the insanity that is Lou Elizondo. So there are good things that come from SOR. I know that, they're just trying to make it like you and I here. I'm not going to get into anything personal with Dave. And if I have any issues, I'll let him know. But we're just going to let that go. I don't approve of everything that goes on. You know how I feel. I still feel that way. But for the sake of the greater good, Dave's not a bad guy. He's not out to hurt anybody. He's no you-know-who. He's no Richard Dolan. That's for damn sure. No Darcy Weir. That's for damn sure. So, with that being said, we start anew. Crystal Sarasale, love talking about the Hubble. Great topic, Richie. Thank you very much, Crystal, for the $5 super chat. I was just thinking about something, and then I lost track. That's why I paused for a second. A continuing supporter of GUFON. Mucho gusto, generoso. Yeah, we're going to talk about Hubble here in a second. And, well, pretty much in a minute. Yeah. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Crystal. You know that. I think there was, Mr. DB Cooper 77, member DB Cooper 77 with a $5 super chat. I think you should talk it out with Dave, brother. In time, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I know it would be a very difficult, but not unwarranted. I welcome it, and I did a few months ago. So, even though I say things here and I mean what I say, I don't have any ill will for the guy. You know what I mean? So if we could just somehow, let's say he needed something. He could ask me if I have any information. And that's what we need. We need open lines of communication, whether we like each other or not, whether we respect these people or not. Now, even if UCR needed something, if they said, hey, I know you talked to this guy, can you get a hold of him? I wouldn't say, screw you, a-hole, I'll say, I'll see what I can do. Even though we don't get along, that's all. We got to keep the lines of communication open in this field. And I don't know what good it'll do anyway, because nobody knows anything, really. I've never seen, and that's kind of why I go by the seat of my pants. Is that what they call it? Because I know nothing is ever going to happen in this field. I know that's very pessimistic, but I played the nice guy. It didn't work anyway. The results are the same, man. But in this situation, it's different. There's history there, Mr. DB Cooper. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Continuing supporter of GUFON, member as well. Mr. DB Cooper 77 with the $2. Wow, I respect that a lot, Rich. Member DB Cooper with $2 again. Well, you're welcome. You know what I mean. Thank you, sir. All right. Hey, Black Lotus Productions, member. Sadly, it's the nature of our current society. Yep. Yes, of our society. Yeah. It is. But here's the deal, Black Lotus Productions and everybody out there listening. It'll pass. This will pass. Everything passes. And we start something new. People get bored. Our lives are like a movie played out in real time. It is. It is. But thank you very much for the $5 support, being a member and all that, man. Thank you, Black Lotus Productions. Man, Mr. DB Cooper, again, member DB Cooper, $5. Thank you for the response. That's as real as it gets. Yep. Hey, it's been on my mind. So, moving onward and moving forward, as they say. We've got bigger fish to fry. And, but I tell you what, I'm not letting up on Dolan. And I believe Truth Seekers has something that's about 3.5 hours long. I think he made a video for patrons and stuff. I haven't watched it yet because it's 3 hours, 20 minutes. But I believe it's all Dolan, all bad. Oh, debut Friday. Okay. Don't share. I guess was I supposed to say that? I'm not sharing the video. But that'll be good. Thanks, DB. Are we good? Alien Critter, welcome to the show. Cloudy with a Chance of UFOs, welcome to the show. Jace E6429, welcome to the show. John P. Adventures, good to see you. All right, so let me pull this up. Yeah, this is what I'm going to pull up here real quick. Let me get to my history. I was just watching the video and I forgot to grab it, so let me pull it up. This is what is going on in our, not in our, well, it is. Technically, this is what's happening in our field. And, things like this interest me. I know I went dark because I'm thinking. I can't figure. I'm talking and doing this at the same time, and I can't do two things at once. What am I doing? I can't remember. Oh, I need to go to history. Thank you. And I forgot to customize the channel today. Shit. Hold on. Dolan, I'm not, I say I'm not going to let up, and I mean it. I really despise Richard Dolan. How he let Tracy down, the way he hurt her, that cannot be forgiven. He hurt my Tracy. She is just, in my opinion, she's one of the most beautiful women. She's beautiful. Something about her. It's what I like. I like that look. I like the look of Tracy. But unfortunately, Richard Dolan was there. No, it's not. I couldn't imagine. Nah, maybe I shouldn't say it. Making love to Richard Dolan. That's fantastic. Yeah. Oh, you know what I noticed when you do this? In history, it shows you can hit what is called a G spot. Yeah, nobody's ever found it. I never have, Tracy, but I'll do anything I can. Oh, that feels really good. Thank you very much. You are explicitly good at this. You are fantastic. Oh, you want to go see a movie? That is Dolan doing the dirty deed. That's not nice. That's not ufology at all. Well, that's what he gets. I see a few super chats. Crystal Sarasale with a $5. Wasn't trying to be insensitive to the other subject. My bad. No, you aren't. I was just noting it. Since you brought it up, we're going to talk about it. Usually I do the main topic of the show at top of next hour, like at 10 o'clock instead of starting it off. I like the crowd to file in. I like to talk about my day, get out there and talk to the people. I don't know why I'm laughing. I really don't know. But thank you, Crystal. I know you have great intentions. I would never think that. Thank you again for the super chat. Mucho gusto generoso. Oh my. Mr. DB Cooper, member DB Cooper 77 with a $5 super chat. I will always stand my ground, but so many things can change with the 5-minute conversation. Yes. 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 Texting is much different than a real conversation. I make more mishaps by not using the proper exclamation point, the proper things, maybe an emoji, an LOL, and it looks like I'm being dickish, but I'm being sarcastic. You've all done it. Yeah. I just don't like texting. I do it because it's what everybody else is doing. It's convenient. Yes, you don't have to see me at this moment, or I don't have to see you. But so many things can change in a 5-minute conversation. Well said, Mr. DB Cooper 77, a member and a continuing supporter of GUFON. All right, I'm going to play this. Just a couple of clips here.
About this tomorrow with the Change My Mind that went up yesterday. That's why the very first thing I did was tell a joke to see, okay, how hostile is this guy coming in?
Yeah.
Put my hand out, felt his jacket, like, hey, I like your jacket. That's me making sure if a slap is coming around, my hand is here with this. I'm always aware. You have to be aware. If someone is coming into your space aggressively, you have to make sure that you establish contact first and don't ever just stand there with your hands behind your back. Of course, Chris Rock, I'm not blaming Chris Rock at all. I'm just saying it's a lesson for everybody, especially in today's day and age.
Yeah,
People justify violence because of jokes they don't like.
Yeah, it's tough to say his facial expression in that moment. It's one of those things that it's obviously such a rare occurrence that it's happened once at an award show.
Right.
Like this didn't even happen at the, award shows back in the day with the Source Awards where people were actually getting killed.
Well, yeah. We thought it was going to happen that one time.
Can we just move the Oscars to BET and get it over with?
Yeah, we should.
Well, I mean, look, this is the first time the Oscars...
Just call it Medea hands a statue.
Yeah, well...
I mean, everybody thought they were like, oh, was this staged? Because the Oscars, obviously the numbers are cratering year after
We stopped doing the Oscar stream because they were cut in half every year.
Yeah, which is regrettable as of Sunday.
Yeah. The one time we could have been there when this happened, right?
One time
but it was on full display.
Yeah.
If she had just laughed it off, like most people tend to do in those situations, Will Smith never would have got up from the table. He would have kept laughing.
Well, here's the problem. We'll go through a couple of clips here. We have Jim Carrey. We also have a TikTok video from the, the black. He's laughing.
I know we talked about this yesterday, but look at Jada and Will. She didn't like the joke because she's just a bitch. She really is. She's nasty. She cheated on Will. She made him look bad in public. She is a control freak. And I think Will, he's got all this pent-up emotions that everything's been said in public. He's been made to look like a fool. She slept with so many guys behind his back. And she didn't laugh. He's laughing. But when he looks at her, you don't see it. And sees that she's upset, then he gets up. Because I'm going to show my woman I care. She's mad, and I'm going to slap the shit out of him. That's what happened.
Laughing until he sees that she's
See the
mad.
look on her face.
Hey, I just said that.
And this is how you know that they're in a horrible marriage.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm out here.
Uh-oh.
Richard.
The goosh.
Oh, wow.
Will Smith with the
Will Smith
goosh.
just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your f***ing mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your f***ing
That's because someone else's balls are in hers.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, and that's
Oh, come on!
That's the moment you were like, "Oh, this isn't staged."
Yeah.
Right.
He's actually upset.
Yeah. He's a
I want to show you something real funny, though. I know it's not ufology. Get over it. Get over it. Not everything's going to be ufology. This is one of the few times ever, except for last night, that, we talk about something other. But this is where we're going. I'm trying to make the connection. And this is where we are right now in the UFO community. Now, apparently, things are supposed to be settling down with the people who are attacking everybody. I think that goes maybe coming from the direction of Lou himself, their savior. But everything's falling apart for them. That's why this shit, you can't do it, man. It's wrong. And here's Will Smith slapping everything and everyone. That goosh.
どうなんでしょうか。
I thought that was cute. Oh, wow! I thought that was cute. So, Will Smith had a problem with Chris Rock making fun, poking fun, really, at his wife's balding. She shaved her head. It is a look. But here is Will Smith 34 years ago, I think, 32, on 1991 on Arsenio Hall.
And understanding
Doing the same
empathy
thing.
for it.
And he probably didn't even write the joke, so he was
that's-
slapped because of someone else's joke.
Exactly. It's right. They have writers. He's just rating a prompter.
Right.
Well, no, don't worry. Chris Rock actually did go backstage and
There's a
slap
good
the
chance
writer.
that the person who wrote that joke was banging Jada Pinkett.
Yeah. He probably wrote it in and was like, yeah.
He's like,
You know,
I know her intimately. Now, here's the thing. So they want to justify, joking about baldness, and now that's a disability. Well, interesting that people should bring that up because we have this clip on Arsenio Hall, the Arsenio Hall show with Will Smith from, some years ago.
That in this world, man. You can't do that in this world, man. Arsenio, they got rules. They got rules. Like, he has a rule. The bass player, he got a rule. He got to wax his head every morning. That's a rule. He follows the rules, man.
Yes,
he follows the rules. Oh, these are jokes. Come on. See, you got too into the characters and got hurt.
Should someone have slapped
Oh,
him?
it's a joke. Come on.
Still better than anything on Late Night Now.
What do I always say? They're hypocrites! Anyway, there's more I could play. Actually, I did want to play one more thing. It just shows you the current state of ufology through the times that we're in right now. We just buried the hatchet. Well, I put the hatchet away on SOR, showing good faith that we won't talk poorly of SOR. I'm trying. Baby steps, Baby steps. Oh, I got something in my mouth. That's what she said.
that we have to have. The people have to run interference.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is a little bit different, and it's because of the world we're living in right now. It's because people have to be wanted. They have to be kind of searched, looked over. It's a shame.
Yeah.
It honestly is a shame, and it's because there are comics going against comics. That's one of the crappy parts, like what you just showed.
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais did nothing except call out the hypocrisy of Hollywood.
And
That's
pedophilia.
all he did. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he called out
Big
Epstein.
focus on pedophilia.
He's your friend is one of the funniest things I've ever heard come out of somebody's mouth. It was hysterical.
Another funny one was when he said, "This next presenter is Ashton Kutcher's dad, Bruce Willis." Everybody.
Yes. and it was also everything that he said was funny and on point and good, and that's exactly what an award show should be. And it crossed the line a little bit because comedy should cross the line a little bit.
Yes.
It should be discomfort. It should be, but it also should be a relief from society.
Right.
From dealing with everybody's take myself so seriously bullshit. Pardon my language.
Yeah.
But that's the reality is we all take ourselves way too seriously now.
Yeah.
We have this ability to just completely go with comedians because we don't like what they said. Same like you said, Louis C.K. There's a reason why he's selling out 5,000 seat venues all over.
Anyway, so you got to be careful what you say, right? Because people are coming after you. We've witnessed it here firsthand, real time. GUFON was shut down for just over 3 weeks. Which, by the way, if you didn't subscribe to GUFON Lives, the backup channel, actually, we're just calling it another channel. And I may change the name of it. I may change the name of GUFON Lives to something that I used to use, but I'm not going to tell you. But, yeah, because I having 2 UFO channels, I know I wanted to make the other one, COVID, for the people, and have you guys come in and talk, and that was great, but I cannot do 2 shows every night. Yeah, can't do it. We'll figure it out. I'm thinking I may do 1 show in the morning and 1 at night. 12 hours apart. 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific in the morning on GUFON Lives. But why would I do that? Why don't I just do 2 shows here? Right? Grow this channel. I don't know. It's a very tricky thing. So that's why I want to make it somewhat a political channel. Actually, it's a channel for real people, where men can be men and women can be like men. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. Calm down. Hold up. Holy mackerel. Is that Christina Gomez I see? Ah, no. That was funny. That was funny. Stop. I don't care. I love the women that come here. Are you kidding me? Come on. Let's not get silly now. A joke's a joke. That was funny. Funny's funny. Mr. DB Cooper, member DB Cooper 77 with the $5 super chat says the best comedy is tragedy because we've all been through it. Like this show. Oh, come on. It's a joke. You're living it right now. Look what I just did. He said that about himself. He's okay after all. He's not a sexist. He's not a misogynist. I'm a misogynist. Wait, hold on. Thank you, DB Cooper, for the $5 super chat, a continuing supporter of GUFON. Let me pull something up. I want to see the definition of misogynist. Misogynist, here it is. Misogynist. A person who dislikes, hold on, despises or is strongly prejudiced against women. Oh, that's not good. Oh, yeah, no. A bachelor and renowned misogynist. Yeah, that's not me. Yeah, no, that's definitely not me. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for women. Oh, no, that's not an O. That's not a no. That's my mom I'm talking about. I showed the fireball. Oh, these are yesterday's. Damn it. Oh, yeah, I got to put these in the show. I forgot to put this in the links in the show last night. All right, I'll do that right after the show. Don't get mad into thin air. I know. You were just saying. Okay. All right, let's talk about the hub. You want to talk about the hub? No? All right. No worries. I got it. I hope it works. Yeah, I had to pull up another link because the link that I pulled up is to a newspaper about the Hubble discovery. And when I first went on it, you were able to read, and now it's asking me for a subscription and blurred it out. So I had to look up another link on the story. But it is an amazing, God almighty, amazing story. And yet I don't understand it, and I'll explain in a minute. Hubble Space Telescope spots oldest and farthest star known. Its light twinkled some 900 million years after the Big Bang, astronomers say. How do they know? You know what I mean? Here's a close-up image of the star Arendelle. It's that right there. Yeah, it's right there. See it? There it is. Yeah. You see it? Oh, wait. You see it? There it is. It's that dot. Yeah. I don't know the difference between this dot and this dot or this dot, but they look to be about the same million miles away. Yeah, I don't get it. It's a tapestry. That's all we're looking at. That's all this is. You mean this is the first time they've seen a star 900 million miles away? So my question is this. How do they know? How can they see the universe at 13.8 billion light? Oh, because it's the universe? So they didn't see a star. See, this is what I don't understand. You mean to tell me you know the universe is 13.8 billion years old, right? But yet you never seen a star at 1 billion light years away? That's 900. Wait, I'm confused. Hold on. What did I read it wrong? Oh, it's a light twinkling that twinkled some 900 million years after the Big Bang. Oh my God. My bad. So 12.9 billion years ago. Got it. Okay, that makes more sense. All right, that makes more sense. I'm okay. You try doing this. They announced Wednesday the discovery of the farthest and oldest star ever seen, a dot of light that shined 12.9 billion years ago, or 900 million years after the Big Bang that gave birth to the universe. Now I understand. That means the light from the star traveled 12.9 billion light years to reach Earth. The finding was part of efforts using the Hubble to search for some of the universe's farthest and earliest galaxies. By a lucky coincidence, the astronomers were able to discern a single star system within one of those galaxies. It was an unexpected surprise to find something so small, said Brian Welsh, a graduate student at Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore, who was an author of a paper published Wednesday in the journal Nature that described the discovery. Usually objects that far away are much too dim to be seen, but Einstein's theory of general relativity, which describes how gravity bends space, offers a handy workaround. A massive galaxy cluster fairly close to us can act as a lens to amplify light from much more distant stars and galaxies behind it. A survey A survey using the Hubble telescope has been examining 41 galaxy clusters. When you look at a bunch of really massive galaxy clusters, there's a good chance that you can find some really highly magnified objects behind them, Mr. Welch said. The galaxy cluster typically magnifies the brightness of the object behind it up by a factor of 10, Mr. Welch said. The light is not magnified evenly, however. Ripples in spacetime can create bright spots, much like ripples on the surface of a swimming pool create patterns of bright spots at the bottom of the pool. In examining one of the magnified distant galaxies, the astronomers found that a point of light lined up with one of the ripples, and its shine was magnified by 1,000-fold or more. Wait a minute. Did you hear what they compared it? Space is water. It's water. The conspiracy is true. No, it's not. I'm joking. I saw a new member joining us. David Wilcox. Hey, David Wilcox. Thank you. I appreciate it. Becoming a new member of GUFON at 9:53 p.m. on March 30th, I think you're number 21. Grazie. Mr. DB Cooper 77 with the $5 super chat, who's also a member. Richard Pryor was a genius because he told us he was on coke. He was honest, just like you, Rich. Well, minus the coke. Huh? Maybe. No, it's not. But we do have coffee tonight, which is already emptied. We do have half of last night's 5-hour energy drink. Thank you, Mr. DB Cooper 77 for the super chat once again. Mucho gusto generoso. If you haven't noticed, I got a little sun today. I went to the beach and laid out, walked around for like 2.5 hours from like 9:15 to like 11:45. When I got there, it was 71 degrees. It was so windy, like 40-mile-an-hour winds. It was crazy. But it made it cold. So I kind of got like a wind burn even, man. I mean, it's hard to tell, but I didn't wear the watch. But if I showed you my feet look like it looks like I'm wearing socks when I don't have socks on. Yeah. Super chat. Brian Kegler with the $5 for your information. Oh my God, I can't believe. Yeah, I was watching that before tonight. Salvatore Paya's interview, part 1 of 2 on he is a scientist behind all the real UAP Navy patents and zero-point energy. Okay, great, but we don't like really seeing advertisements for other shows in super chats or even in the chat room. Yeah, let people find that out for themselves. Because theory of everything, they're not saying anything about us over here. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I learned my lesson a long time ago not to get mad. Hey, Kurt Jamungle's a really smart guy. And that guy was super impressed with what he knew. I was impressed with what Jamungle knew. Yeah, Kurt's a good guy, man. He's just, not the best interviewer, but he's very smart. And it was a very good show. I might even talk about that or play a little bit of it. So, yeah, Brian, thank you for reminding me. I was half joking, but I understand, bringing that up because he is the scientist behind all the real UAP Navy patents and zero-point energy. Good stuff. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Seriously. And a continuing supporter of GUFON and a member. That's why I know there's no nefarious intents. Brian's a good guy. Real good guy. Well, I don't really know. But he sends me some cool stuff, man. Some of it I can play on the show. Some of it I can't. But I appreciate what you all do. Thank you, Brian, again. Continuing supporter of GUFON. Yeah, I remember when Tina Mobley Remember when she said, with I think it was a $5 super chat, "Hey everybody, so and so has their show on right now. Lou Elizondo's on it." I watched 10 people leave within 30 seconds. I was like, what? You want to do that? Yeah, that was a little bit different than what you did, Brian. Don't worry about it. I'm not mad. Not that it would matter anyway. Trying to do more positive than negative anyway. And that's a positive thing. That's a good show. I approve. Oh, no. I don't even want to show it. Brian, no, God. No. Look at what he does. You don't, oh, God. Now I feel like shit. Yeah, I know how to fix that. Brian, thank you. But there's no reason. See, I guess and when I said that, I was wondering if I should say it. See, these are the things that I conflict all the time within me. Because I don't think there's anything wrong with saying what's on your mind so people know where you're coming from. So there's no bullshit. So you know exactly, where I'm at. I wasn't upset, man. I mean, I really wasn't. I was just saying, let's not promote other shows here because they don't do it for us. If Kurt Jamungle did that for me, and I don't mind that you did it, really I don't, because it's Kurt's show. It's a good show, all right? I don't have any qualms about that. But it was an accident, and I'm not saying anything. I told you no. Now I can't speak. I told you I wasn't mad. I was just saying for next time. That's all. For next time. Hold on. I'm going to go back for a second. Hold on. Because, it's $100. We planned that one. That was good. We did good on that. Yeah, I'll send it back to you. Minus the $35. Yeah. So you'll get $64.99 back. Yeah. People think that my friends are paying me to make it look like, there's donations coming in and then I give them the money back minus the shit that YouTube takes. I mean, it makes no sense. Everybody loses. Oh. Thank you, Brian. Oh, my God. Turn this frown upside down. What did I do? All right. Next. Where is it? Here it is. Glitchy John Schlunder with the $10 super dough. Great, man. Thank you very much. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, that this might be your first super chat. It's $10, and you did it. Ooh. Just so beautiful. No emoji, no comment. He took a little whoo, and then I catched him as I caught the it's shrimp. Oh, that's Pacific Coast, baby. Thank you. Mucho gusto, generoso. Yes, I am weird. I am strange, but at least you get the truth as I see it. No, as it really is. Can I just gloat for 1 second, just a little bit? We'll get back to this. We'll get back to this Hubble thing. Nobody, and I mean maybe one or two of you. I was the first person that said Lou Elizondo is a bully. I just know it. I know it. And he is. That's all. I was the first. That's all. Crystal Cerasale with a $5 super chat. A light year travels 186,000 miles per second. Everyone should look at some of the plasma balls around our star. Almost spooky looking. Oh, good. Oh, you know what? Damn, thank you. You gave me a great idea. I meant to show those. Yeah, there's some photos that are going around from the sun of this big thing, and everybody, it's Planet X. I'm like, it can't be. It'd be fried if it was Planet. But I'll take a look at those. Crystal, mucho gusto, generoso, and of course, a continuing supporter of GUFON. Sarasali, everybody. You guys are unbelievable. Oh, and I heard some other things coming in. I have to. This is the way the show goes. When people show love, you got to give it right back. You got to. See? Dorothy with a $2 PayPal. Thank you. She's a good friend and a continuing supporter of GUFON. And Marie Jose Sproul with $2.51 PayPal super donation. Thank you. Aw, you guys are the best. I'm sorry. You gals are the best. You're the cat's pajamas. Yes, you are. Look, here we go again. See, maybe I should just not want it in HD. Yeah, I know, look at my finger. Maybe you should not see me in HD. It would be better. Yeah. Look, that sun, it just takes the years right out of your skin. I mean, I look 28. No, I don't. Well, anyway, they caught this thing on Hubble. Yay. Because the universe is expanding, more distant objects are moving away faster. That shifts the frequency of light toward longer wavelengths. The star spotted by Mr. Welch and his colleagues possesses what astronomers call a redshift of 6.2, far higher than the previous record holder for most distant single star. That star, reported in 2018, had a redshift of 1.5, corresponding to when the universe was about 4 billion years old. You know what that tells me? Oh, you don't say, Mr. Welch. Speed of light. Hubble. Telescope. Well, that's fantastic. And tell me, what does it mean when the wavelength of that is very red? Much. Wavelength. I mean, that's what I hear. And I'm reading it. No, I understand it all. So the redder it is, the further it is away. Got it. All right. We got work to do. I don't know if I read this yesterday. New information is coming out about the UAP sighting on... Oh, yeah, I did. On the USS Kearsarge, LH-3 in 2021 and 2022 off the East Coast. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Yeah, big deal. What was I going to do? Oh, theory of everything? Yeah, we'll get to there in a second. Okay, we did that. Oh, by the way, Richard Dolan's a douchebag. Just once a show. Twice now? Twice. Clifford Stone. Some of you think he's the greatest thing since sliced albatross. He says there's over 57 alien species recorded. What do you believe? 57? 75? Pick it. It doesn't matter. You cannot prove it. Gosh. Can't play it. It's Gaia. Damn it. Glad I stopped that, but we could fair use it a little bit. Oh no, this guy? Not him. Oh God, I can't stand the look of him. Just looking at him. You know what I see? Asshole face. No, I don't like him. I'm sorry. And I know I want to say some, but I don't like him at all. He looks like a lion sack of crap. He is. And look, he's trying to wear the hat. I feel bad for me. I was a numb. I'm a smart guy. You are a piece of shoe.
You've been quoted over the years saying...
Oh, and this guy's no better. Well, isn't this Smithers? What's his name? Jeremy Smothers? This guy's a dick. Remember when Cambion did the shows where the guy's ex-girlfriend came on and was saying about how this guy's a compulsive liar? Jeremy Rathers? Dean Smithers? What's his name?
Over
Emery
57
Smithigans. That's it. Emery Smithers. That's it.
types of ET species. Can you elaborate on that?
Certainly. A lot of...
Ooh, did you see his eyebrows? Check this out. This eyebrow was shaking nervously. Yeah, they got in real close. Watch.
Can you elaborate on that?
Certainly. A lot of
Oh
people
my
will
God,
criticize
yeah,
me
he's
and say,
twitching.
you know, if you could say 10 or 12, we could believe.
I don't want to say what that's a sign of, but yeah, well, this is amazingly fun. This is fun. First, I want to say, I gotta get a drink.
Will criticize me and say, you know, if you could say 10 or 12, we could believe you more. Well, you know, what do they want? A fantasy or the truth?
I can't help this. If you said, some people tell them, hey, if you said there's only 10 to 12 alien species, that would sound more believable. But 57? Are you out of your mind? Where am I? I mean, what?
You more. Well, you know, what do they want? A fantasy or the truth?
Look at how concerned he is. Look at the smile. He's like, yeah, I know it's bullshit too. I'm doing the same thing you are.
The truth is, when I was in the military, there was some medical personnel.
Anytime somebody tells you, here's the truth. Here's the deal. There ain't no deal. I love this. God, I love this.
We would have to provide first aid for our visitors if we got there and there was some that were still alive and injured. In order...
Wait, what? We have to provide health care? What is he talking about? Aliens or people? People?
We would have to provide first aid for our visitors if we got there and there was some that were still alive and injured.
Wait a minute. If the aliens are visiting, why would they be suffering to stay alive or injured?
In order
that doesn't sound like a visitor to me. It sounds like a crash landing.
Accomplish that tasking, because a lot of the first aid we do wouldn't be the same for them. They had a book. That book was to tell how to do certain first aid.
Oh, this is fantasy land. I can't play anymore, but it's fantasy. Clifford, Stonewall, Emery, Smith. Clifford, Stonewall, Emery, Smith. Clifford, Stone, Smith. Translation. Hoax, hoax, hoax. Clifford Stone. I don't really care about the Navy's funding for its classified Next Generation Air Dominance project. It goes up fairly dramatically over the next 5 years. Of course it is. Since the program is classified, the Navy will not release dollar amounts. Why is that a tweet? It shouldn't even be. Yeah, I'm not a misogynist. That's pretty rough. All right, I'm going to pull up some stuff that was sent to me from people across the globe. And the first thing I want to show, well, I would, but I think I can get in trouble for that. Let me see. This is fantastic. In 2024, this guy's going to run for president. Now, I saw this through the means of somebody sending it to me on Twitter. I thought it was a joke, but it is not. This guy's running for president, and his name is Joseph Fromage.
My fellow Americans, my name is Joseph B. Firmage.
Firmage, sorry.
I am declaring my candidacy for President of the United States in 2024.
Thank God. I mean, if this guy can't run the country, he's a mix between Trump and Biden. He's Trident.
Now, to help you get to know me better...
He's Bump. President Bump. President Bump.
In coming months and years, I am providing here a preview of a series of events that will occur across the nation and be broadcast on the internet. At these events, I will be addressing our great nation and the world with my vision of a new renaissance for humanity. A new Renaissance administration to start in 2025, if elected as your next president and commander-in-chief. I am a scientist with a focus on breakthrough physics, information technology, economics, and finance.
You know what? I believe it. I believe this guy is a scientist. Come on, you blurry son of a beep. Come on. Come on. Uh-oh. Ow. Forget it. This guy, he's got my vote. He doesn't even have to say anything. But wait, there's more. There is.
Global scale.
A lot more.
I'm a real leader who helped found the internet economy with thousands of employees in 10 plus nations. Through my companies, we built the first internet.
Stop! What the hell's going on with the two watches? I gotta have a digital watch, right? Because that looks like a digital. And then he's got his smart watch, his iCube there. Okay. Take a look at the suit. Looks pretty cheap. This is not tailored. This is right off the rack. It looks like he's had it for years. Some sort of stain. A little bit of wrinkling going on here. It looks like it's been hanging up for a decade.
Internet commerce and website systems for over half of the Fortune 100 worldwide in the 90s.
This guy sucks. This guy sucks. Listen to how he ended that sentence.
Fortune 100 worldwide in the 90s.
Yeah, gotta wait. You gotta wait for your teleprompter to pop up there, Chief. Watch the edit.
With 30 plus years of experience with every administration since I was 21 years old, including the Department of Defense.
This guy's 57? Is this me in 3 years? Ma! Super meatballs! Now! I can't believe this is what I'm gonna look like in 3 years. It's over, Rover. I'm done.
Defense. Through my technologies, my briefings, and my company's services, I am respected across the aisles and in both DC and New York.
And in both DC and New York. It sounds like Beavis, or no, Butthead. He sounds like Butthead, an older but more mature Butthead.
That'll be important for the next administration.
That'll be important for the next generation. Hey, Beavis. Hey, Butthead. Did you say this, dumbass? It kind of sounds like me. Yeah.
Sure. I will share with you as I travel the nation in the coming months and years.
I will share with you as I travel the nation in these coming months and years. He's Butthead.
Our great challenges that we all face.
Our great challenges we all face. Hey, Beavis. Yeah. Read this right here. DP for my vinyl. I know, you knew it was coming. I couldn't stop it.
I will also share with you the incredible opportunities that are now at hand.
I'll tell you what's in my hand.
Clean electricity generators that actually...
Wait, what?
Clean electricity generators.
Clean electricity generators? What is a generator? This guy's fantastic. This is me, Beavis.
That actually cleanse our air.
Yeah, cleanse this.
How about cars that can fly? Leaving congested freeways a stress of the past over time. How about new engines for spacecraft that can carry us to planets within days?
It can take us to Uranus in 1 hour. That was wide open. That was wide open. That's the guy who you're going to vote yes. It's Lord Ludicrous with $2. He cries as much as Greer. Ha, hoax it up. Mucho gusto, Lord Ludicrous. No plaid. No thank you. Thank you very much. A continuing supporter of GUFON. He almost cries as much as Greer. Greer only cries once a documentary. And let me tell you this. He didn't cry in Countdown to Disclosure. And he did not cry in Above Top Secret. Ooh, I wasn't supposed to say anything. As you know, April 5th. Above
If the
Top
crash
Secret.
retrievals are true, then all bets are off.
It's very hard for people to get their minds around where the real power is. And it's not at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. The reality is something much more stark.
They've been working on this for 60, 70, perhaps 80 years.
The reason why the government is talking about these UFOs now, they're getting ready for the next level of war.
Are these objects a national security concern?
They're proffering a narrative of a national security threat that doesn't exist.
I call them alien reproduction vehicles. They're made by private corporations somewhere on this planet.
Technology from Roswell from 1947 has largely been held back from us.
Portal technology, teleportation, whatever you can imagine, it's already been done.
The biggest secrets are not the zero-point energy and electrogravitics. It's the science of consciousness. All their communication systems are moving through the consciousness field and are thought actuated. The people at the CIA call it WSFM, weird science and frickin' magic. The transdimensional interstellar technology will benefit humanity.
There has been tremendous disinformation.
The media is keeping secrets with the government.
These are lethal, vicious people. And I'm focused on exposing the extraordinary technologies that they want to keep secret. No aspect of life on Earth will be unaffected by them.
Above Top Secret, the technology behind disclosure. Streaming everywhere April 5th. 5th. Dirty Mike says for $2.22, this dude's an amateur. I wear 3 watches. Well, that is cooler, I have to admit. One for AM, one for PM, and one is what? A stopwatch? Or is it a heart monitor? Steps? It counts your steps? Is that what it does? 3 watt? That's like having a pocket protector, right? With like 3 pencils and 3 pens. But I understand that little pocket thing. Nothing wrong. You know what the pocket? Thank you very much, Dirty Mike. You're a continuing supporter of GUFON too. Appreciate it. You know what that thing is that they wear that has all the pens and the calculator? And you know what that is? That's a fanny pack. But it's on your shirt. That's all that is. That's all it is. Now, I was thinking about playing a couple of clips of Salvatore Pais, if I'm saying it right, I think I am, from the Kurt Jamungal show, Theory of Everything, TOE. But I just realized something. I can't, and I'll tell you why. When Salvatore goes into something, you cannot just play a part of it. You have to play the whole explanation, or you just won't get it. I mean, I could play a clip here and there, but what I'll do is I'll come back tomorrow. I'll get permission, written permission from Kurt, see if I can play longer clips, and, so we can do it the right way. I was just going to play and fair use it, but then as I'm talking about it in my head, and when Brian brought it up, I'm like, there's no way I can. No way I can. So tomorrow we'll look into that. It's really interesting what he says, too. COVID. Oh, I know what I wanted to get into today. A little bit. Hold on. The healing process of the UFO community. We already talked about it? Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't think I finished it. So if some of you just got here or have been here for a little bit, for the first part of the show, I was talking about mending things, with Dave Scott, and I put that part now away. We're done. It's a year. Let's move on. And not that I talk about SOR a lot, because I really don't. In the grand scheme of things, I should be talking more, but I'm not. And I didn't, and there were certain things that I said that should have been done behind the scenes, but neither here nor there. The UFO community is in flux. Or is it? I'll tell you where we are. Since I have a good beat on the things here in this community, I'll tell you where we are. We just went through one of the worst periods I think I've ever seen, with a head figure, Lou Elizondo, his followers, his lovers of him, and the people who don't like him. And it turned into a shitstorm of striking channels, doxing people, and bullying by Lou himself. Whether he wants to believe it or not, that guy is a bully. Remember when he said that on stage? And he goes, UFOs are real. And he's looking at nobody. But I see all of you. I see you up in the balcony. I see you in the back. I see you right up front. And in the middle. I'm looking right at you. I really want to see the community just not lie. Can you do that? Can you just not lie? Here's another thing. Charlatans should be called out, but not doxed. So let's keep that going, because we have to keep some sort of ground in the community. We must stay grounded in reality, not fantasy land. So we're not changing much here at GUFON at all. Very little, as a matter of fact. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there for Dave right now. But baby steps. I'll never, ever, I can't say ever. You never know. But I do not care about this Fessler guy. Really a disgusting show of humanity. Inciting people to try to shut down channels, creating a lot of videos about people in the community, doxing people, putting their address, calling them at work, trying to get them in trouble. People that are associated with him have done that, found out where people work and try to get them fired. Isn't that amazing? I don't know if that's 100% accurate. I'm just saying that's what I heard. Don't know if it's true, but if it is, it wouldn't surprise me. See, this is the difference between them and us. And if they could have a little more of us, I think they would be okay. Oh, now you sound like them. Yeah, but we do the right thing. We don't step over the line. Right? We don't. Everything comes out of our mouths. Here, Truth Seekers, Manny's movie, Area 503's movie, Who's Lou? And that wasn't even a hit piece. But Lou got so sensitive and made it about attacking his family. It wasn't even anything like that. Haven't you ever seen a documentary before? And I tell you what, you should have stayed away. And never gotten into UFO. I told you this guy was a bully from day one. I told everybody. I know I love saying that because it's true. And everybody was, no, you don't understand. He's going to bring disclosure. He's going to be doing great things for the community. Yeah, but if they're tainted, he hasn't done anything, and I've told you that before. He was with ATIP, shut down. TTSA, shut down. Arts Parts, bullshit. And he spent $35,000 of the government's money, right? Isn't that true? Isn't that what he spent? $35,000? Linda Moulton, howdy doody, got the money? Huh? Yeah? Oh. Right? And what else? Oh, the AOI MSG is not transparent for some reason. Huh. Oh, my God. I'm getting a little flush. You know, when you're right about everything, it feels weird. You know, I just, whew. So, let me tell you what Lou needs to do. Fly away, little pelican. Put out your book and fly away. Hey, we don't need you here in our ufology, huh? We don't need them. We don't need him. Fuck you. I had to do it. It was just coming out of me. Hey, that's what she... Tim Freestone, a member. Tim Freestone with a $2. What about the solar flare to hit tomorrow? Oh, shit. I didn't talk about the thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Crystal brought it up earlier. I know, I go off on these tangents. Anyway, let's just do nice for the community. All right. I'm done. I see that was only 7-8 minutes. Thank you, Tim Freestone, a continuing supporter of GUFON. Mucho gusto generoso. What about the solar flare that's going to hit tomorrow? Didn't know about it. But I know there's, and I was looking for it. Hold on. Let me go here. I thought these people sent it to me. No. Hold on, I'll pull it up. Yeah, I can't do that. I wish I could. No. Who's this? Oh, cool. All right, let's take a look at this. This is from Into Thin Air. He told me to go to 7 minutes, around 7 minutes. And there's these lights that apparently show up. They seem very odd. 7:17 mark. Yeah, let's take a look. That's not it. It's right here. So we're at 7 minutes and 1. So 7:17 it'll come up.
Spots as they make their way into view, because they are what produce the energy and the explosions that come off the sun. All right, and I want you to focus your attention on this particular sun observatory setting. Each of these gives you a different type of view, and you can see different light on the sun, and with it you can also see different types of anomalies. And sometimes you see some weird things, and I'm going to show you that right now. I happened to find this today while looking at these sunspots. I noticed an anomaly in the upper left portion of the screen, and as we zoom in, I took a screenshot of this, and you can see this anomaly right here. I have a very close-up version of it. I'm going to show you right now.
Cool.
And this is definitely something I have not seen in a long time, if ever, with this type of detail. All I did here was enhance the picture to bring out what's already there. Nothing was added or subtracted from the image, but clearly you could see something shooting up past the sun, as you saw in the picture before. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on this as close as we can get. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I am starting to see structure to this thing. Dare I say those look like lights around the edge of a disc-looking shape with a round center to it. Now again, sometimes these pictures can be distorted. We are looking way out into space with this specific setting on this camera, the SDO, but I gotta say, something like this is not seen all the time. This was taken in one frame of the video, which is all I could capture from it, and you can actually...
So we know this is a picture coming from way out, far away, looking. It's about 93 million miles away, right? Where was I? And you can tell that there's some sort of filter that allows us to see the sun in such great detail. But I don't know what that object is. And the weird thing is, let's take a look at this.
Like cell phones, our power grid, basically anything.
See, I think when you're looking at the sun, I think the sun throws off these particles, like just shit that, but this one was on the side of the sun, which made it interesting. Oh, hold on. I just saw something we need to talk about real quick.
Earthquakes. Now, more times than not, this goes unnoticed because it doesn't happen too often when we have those interferences. But taking a look at today's news, there are multiple articles talking about these sun flares that have already left the sun, with more to come. In fact, if you look right here, you can see a new set of sunspots right here making its way from the chart in a west to east movement. So the sun is turning in this direction, which is going to put these at what we call Earth facing. Now, when this sunspot gets to about here, if it were to explode, that means all that energy is shooting directly at your eyesight, which is where Earth is. This is here just for an Earth scale. This is not where Earth is. If we were going to put it somewhere, it would be about here, or basically level with the equator of the sun. So you can see that this sunspot, once it makes its way a little bit further this way, would be in direct line with the Earth. Here is another article put out today at 9:43 a.m. saying the northern U.S. could see dazzling aurora on Wednesday night. When this energy hits our atmosphere, that's where those green auroras come from, usually on either pole of the Earth. And if we take a quick look here, they actually name these sunspots as they make their way into view, because they are what produce the energy and the explosions that come off the sun. All right, and I want you to focus your attention on this particular sun observatory setting. Each of these gives you a different type of view, and you can see different light on the sun, and with it, you can also see different types of anomalies. And sometimes you see some weird things. And
see what I mean? This is off to the side. That would mean it would have to come out somewhere and then start going up. I have a feeling, man, that's crazy cool, isn't it? That thing is really... That could be a UFO. You can see the edge here. Now, these aren't the actual colors. I'm assuming this is because of the filter. But whatever. You see different colored things. Maybe this is the disc-shaped craft, or maybe it just looks like a size of an Earth craft. And I don't know if this is because of the sun or it's from the propulsion. But do you know how big this is? This is huge. Huge. The size of the Earth is right here. This is about 2 Earths, 2.5 Earths It's about 75,000 miles long, that tail. Give or take. Crazy, right? Just, I don't know what it is. But I like it. Now, Anthony Da Vinci with a... Oh, I did see another super chat come in, I thought, right? Hold on. Anthony Da Vinci, thank you very much for the $5 super chat with the punching kind of karate Japanese dog. And his name is Woof Woof. Thank you very much, Anthony Da Vinci, a continuing supporter of GUFON. Mucho gusto, generoso. The solar flare tomorrow. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate it. Oh, and you have... Oh, you know what? All right, I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it for a second. You just gave it... You just made this happen, what I'm about to play. You just made this happen, what I'm about to play. It's cute. It's cute. It was sent to me from Josh and Artemis show. It's called Scooby-Loo. Yeah, Scooby-Loo, where are you?
Stahl left it for us on purpose because he wanted word to get out.
Hold on.
But why? That would cause Panda.
Hold on, I gotta rewind it. It won't let me rewind it. Huh? What a pain in the ass. I gotta refresh. Yeah, I don't like that. Why can't I move it back? So they're talking about letting the world know about aliens. And they captured the criminal behind it or something. Here.
Pneumonium.
Maybe, but it would get Area 53 more funding and resources. All your requests for new equipment were being denied because Stahl never found any real aliens.
That's what this is all about. To frighten the people and keep the funding coming for his cushy job.
It's Lou! Oh my god! It is! He faked like he was an alien to scare people away from the evidence. And did you hear what he just said? That's right, Scoob. Hey, Scoob! I can't go backwards.
And I would have gotten away with it too, if it wasn't for those meddling. No, not meddling. It starts with an M. Meddling has an M. What sounds like meddling? Meddling? No. Complete this sentence.
That's Lou! Talking, but saying nothing.
I would have gotten away with it too, if it wasn't for you blank kids. Meddling. Different end. Come on. And present the evidence of an alien invasion to the world.
In the lab, when the alien attack happened, there was a security card conveniently left for us to find.
It's Lou! Anyway, that's hilarious. That is gold. Thank you, Josh and Artemis Show. Thank you, Tim Freestone, for reminding me of that. Now, we're going to see decimated Martian structures, proof of sky tampering from yesterday. This is from Mars Anomalies and Beyond. This is Chris. We are allowed to use his videos as long as we give him the link back to, put the link in the description back to his channel. But this was pretty interesting for once. I say for once, but it's always interesting, but this is pretty cool.
Let's just get right into it, shall we? And you see right here, this is another pan done by Neville Thompson. Thank you, Neville Thompson, for your work. We appreciate you. And you can see right here the description of the MSL 1301 to 1302 M34 Narkloff Plateau. And of course, it is a PDS. He tries to work in PDSs because they're better quality, right? Now you can see it right here. It was uploaded January 7th, 2021. Okay. Now
I'll be getting to the solar flares. Hold on.
And you can see that. And you guys will be able to check this out yourself. I don't see a whole lot in here that's, that I probably would have jumped all over, but some people are seeing other things that I'm probably not seeing, right? My interest is in this area here. Let's just back out. Back here. All these so-called buttes, right? Now, if you come over here, I'm really kind of fascinated by the way this cutout here is, right? You have what looks like an island right here. Looks like water recently flowed through here. And of course, you can see this right here. This is pretty interesting. This kind of decayed rock or weather-beaten rock, whatever that is, almost looks like steel if you ask me. It's just eroded and just a weird shape of that period. Because if you look in the back here, right here, I'll put it right in the middle here of the screen. Look at the way that's nice and smooth. That looks metal to me right there. Like it's just rotting metal or...
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Crusted, right? One of the two. Pretty interesting if you ask me.
That's kind of
pretty
cool.
Cool. Now, again, where we're going to look at it is right here. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I believe this is a whole darn city, and they were structures that have simply collapsed.
Damn.
If we go to here, have a look at the hill right here. It just looks like a bunch of junk has fallen down from it. Okay? And go over here. Look at the lines, these horizontal lines right here. Okay?
Sedimentary, my dear
and
Watson.
You can see some things right here that kind of ghosted out right in this area. I'm going to put it right in the middle of the screen, right there.
Man, those photos aren't
looks
that
like
clear.
Straight pieces, what looks like platforms or something, but right there, right?
Oh, yeah.
But it gets even better. We have curvatures right here on the land, right here on the right-hand side in front of this so-called other view. Also, take note of this one. You'll see that you have this, what looks like a hood type thing, right here.
Not
and
uncommon.
Then it goes down, but it doesn't stop there, folks. It keeps going down all the way down to here. And you're going to see this. This is just weird.
Well, yeah. If the rock fell and... Well, let's see what he says.
All of this light tan area.
Oh, look, it goes all the way to here, too. See this? This line goes all the way. You could follow it. Whoop. Hold on. Maybe not. Nope. It's a pareidolia.
Right here. That's complete manipulation. All manipulation, hiding what's really in this photo. And you can see some things like right in the middle of the screen, this weird...
Look at these. Square, square, it's kind of a square.
Shapes and stuff like that. See that? Here. This one here is just pretty darn cool if you ask me. I'm
Chris,
looking at
is this cool?
Here alone. Folks, just pause it. Just pause it right here.
How do we know when to unpause?
Look at the stuff that's scattered about here. Take your time when you pause it and just have a look. I find it interesting because what looks like a roof extending outward, and you can see this weird curvature of this piece right here. Let's just get right into this photo in Photoshop and have a better look, shall we? All right, you can see the photo right here. Now, before we get into any of these enhancements, let me just show you a couple of things I've done to this photo to bring out this background. And folks, I'll be truthful with you. You don't have to do a whole lot. Look at right here in this area alone. Look in the back. See the pinkish area? And what you're going to see is that there's actually looks like brush marks doing this on this back of this photo. I can see it right here without doing anything to it. Let me just back up and I'll show you what I'm talking about. You can see the two dark ones here on the right. The first filter I did was just bring up the saturation.
Well, maybe it's a panoramic thing being pieced together.
The second one I did was take the stock photo and kept adjusting the contrast right here.
Oh,
Okay?
yeah, look at that.
There's something standing in this background. What you're seeing down here is only partial, right? This area down here. Now, let's do it
Come
the other
on.
way. Now, this is just bringing up the contrast 3 or 4 times and then bring down the brightness, right? And you can still see
Yep.
these marks right here. These are paintbrush as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Again, notice the paint
Digital.
is right here. Nothing has changed. You can see that. I'll get rid of these lines right there.
Oh, yeah.
That does not look natural.
It doesn't. Wow, this one's pretty good. If you guys want to catch the rest of that, you know, I'll have the link in the description right after the show as well. I got to do last night's show too, so it'll take 20 minutes, but I'll have it done. That's Mars, you know, look, there may be stuff on Mars. I know you don't want to maybe believe it, but let me see. I got a video here.
A British inventor, Sir William Seaman.
Oh, wow, what is this? Climbed to the top of the Giza pyramid in the late 1800s. Upon reaching the summit, one of his guides remarked that when he raised his hand with his fingers spread, His ears picked up a shrill ringing noise frequency. Oh, wow. It is now illegal to climb to the top of these pyramids. Wow, from Mars to this, what are the odds? And this is from the Gorilla Gamer, by the way.
Climbed to the top of the Giza Pyramid in the late 1800s. Upon reaching the summit, one of his guides remarked that when he raised his hand with his fingers spread, his ears picked up a shrill ringing noise, a frequency.
Wait a minute. So obviously something's recording this, right? There's a recording of this. Like he's got something electronic that's picking up the noise. You know when you, in the old days, you would grab a hold of the TV antenna and then you'd raise your other arm to get a better signal and it really worked? Well, that's what I think's going on here, is just either grounding the frequency or making the frequency stabilize. Whatever. I don't think this is anything mythical, magical, or even mythical? Mystical. I have a hair lip. Mythical. Mythical. I don't know.
I don't like how it feels. I'm putting my hat back on.
Wait, why did his ears... this is a woman, I thought.
I don't like how it feels. I'm putting my hat back on.
A British inventor.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're just making a mistake. I think it's a mystery. It's a mystery. That's all. All right, let's check this out here. This comes from, let's see if this is still available. Why can't I hear it?
Like Vin Diesel on methadone.
Oh, yeah.
Don't ever disrespect me standing.
Don't ever disrespect me, guy, from Mr. Catfish 2100, sending this over. Appreciate the funny. I always like this guy. He's pretty funny.
Outside the club looking like a rapist, you heard? Ever disrespect me looking like a human brooch, you heard? Ever disrespect me sitting like a female with your legs crossed outside, you heard? Yo, don't ever disrespect me looking like Teddy Ruxpin in Broken Construction, yeah.
Teddy Ruxpin in Broken Construction? I don't understand how guys can sit with your legs crossed. How? Ow, how, ow.
Bing bong. Don't ever disrespect me looking like Chief Take Dicks a lot, you heard? Disrespect me looking like Byron.
Oh my God.
Version. Don't ever disrespect me on the block wearing wires, you heard? Don't ever disrespect me with women's socks and man Uggs looking like a tangerine, you heard?
Oh my
Don't
God.
ever disrespect me with mittens on your motorcycle, you heard? Disrespect me walking with your boyfriend like that, you heard? Y'all don't ever disrespect me delivering packages to the seagulls on the beach, you heard? Don't ever disrespect me like a cast member out The Color Purple, you heard? Don't ever disrespect me thinking when I die you gonna get any of my money, you heard? Don't ever disrespect me like your legs hit the gas pedal, you heard? Y'all don't ever disrespect me looking like Vin Diesel on methadone, you heard?
Vin Diesel on methadone. That's just wrong. All right, so I was looking this up, and these solar flares that are coming, that are actually on their way to the Earth right now, this is amazing what's going on. A geomagnetic storm warning has been issued after 17 solar flares were detected erupting from a single sunspot, some of them while it was pointing at Earth. The U.S. Space Weather Prediction Center said a G3 geomagnetic storm watch is now in effect, following what scientists call a cannibal corona mass ejection, a CME, being launched towards Earth. A CME takes place when a second larger flare follows an initial one and ends up sweeping up the material in front of it. So that's like pouring water down a hill, but then you get twice as much water behind it and you pour it and it goes faster, and then it overtakes the rushing water in front of it. So it's like a wave taking over a wave, or you know what I mean? It's building size. It's what it's doing. It's going to be massive. This results in tangled magnetic fields and compressed plasmas that can spark strong magnetic storms, according to spaceweather.com. Meaning that the auroras that you all see, the borealis, could be seen closer to the equator than usual. Sightings are possible as far south in southern Scotland and Northern Ireland, according to the Met Office. Solar activity has been observed rising and falling naturally every 11 years, although not quite like clockwork, and astronomers believe we are now entering a period of increased solar activity, which could peak in 2025. A new family of sunspots discovered on the surface of our star in 2020 unleashed the biggest solar flare that scientists have ever seen since 2017. Earlier this year, SpaceX confirmed that a geomagnetic storm destroyed most of the Starlink satellites it had attempted to get into orbit during a launch. The storm, which was caused by solar activity, made the Earth's atmosphere warm and expand. The denser atmosphere at the initial orbital altitude for the satellites caused atmospheric drag can increase up to 50% higher than SpaceX had seen in previous launches, the company said, meaning the satellites ended up plummeting back to Earth and burning up on re-entry. Impacts to technology from a G3 storm generally remain small, so you don't have to worry about your cell phones blacking out, but here's the deal. I don't believe him. I don't believe him. Fortunately, astronomers do not expect the flare to cause major disruption as per the Carrington event, believed to be the largest solar storm ever recorded, which hit Earth in 1859. The Carnegie event left an aura visible across the sky, even in latitudes much closer to the equator, and was described in contemporary reports as even brighter than that of a full moon. It caused the failure of telegraph systems all across Europe and North America, and a similar storm today could cause trillions of dollars in damage globally. Oh, that's the way, the flare likes it, New Navy aircraft carrier UFO sighting. Just dropped? Oh, we already talked about it. Never mind. Hey! You know what that means? It's time to go. Let me see something. Let me make sure. Let's check. Checking. I want to thank the moderators and super chatters tonight, making this show run smoothly, keeping us afloat. It was the most amazing night. Wow. Thank you. And, if it wasn't for you guys helping this show run smoothly, stay afloat. And you can still continue to help the show even after it's over through PayPal, Cash App, buy us a coffee or a nose, or become a patron, join GUFON, whatever. And all the links are in the description of every show. I want to thank the newcomers and the veterans for giving the show a chance and staying with us and sharing GUFON to your friends and family. I know it's a guilty pleasure to listen to GUFON, but at least you know we do the right thing, no matter how crazy it looks. We are the truth here. Truthology for ufology is no joke. I believe in what we do, or else I wouldn't be doing it for as long as I have been. So, for those of you who just got here, didn't know, we're trying to start this communication with everybody. Stop hitting below the belt with dropping things with SOR, just let them do what they want to do and not really talk about them negatively. I know that they don't over there because they can't, but when they did, They had fun doing it. You know why I just was still on Dave? Because he was with that group and still is, the Fessler group. Very bad. Very, very bad people. We have never done anything like that. They're line crossers. Yeah, they crossed the line. That's just going to be the demise of Lou and the demise of anybody who's been associated with that group. So, anyway, we'll be back tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. I'll be on Alien Addict on Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern. So we're still doing that. And keep your eyes open for Third Phase UFO reports starting back up. Third Phase of Moon will probably have an episode tonight, so keep your eyes open. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Like I said earlier, GUFON is truthology for ufology. Whether you like it or not, it's true. Have a good night.
There's a good thing. It's rotating.
What was in the skies over, and why did it sound like treasured sites in Christianity?
There's something